Love or Growth, Why Not Both?
Mm-hmm.
A Woman's Dilemma, in which you deal with the subject of your need for personal growth within the confines of a relationship and your struggle to receive the freedom to have this from your partner.
Yeah. That's that book, that experience was agony.
Yeah.
Because also I'll just mention that Sid and I were together for, I don't know, I can't remember anymore, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And he joined me in so many ways that supported things I loved. Throughout the MS, my dream was to return to Australia, which is the country of my heart, which I'd immigrated to earlier. And eventually we did come back. We had this magical year together in Australia where a lot of things occurred because of him that never would have happened. And people read that book and they go, whoa, what an amazing, togetherness you had.
This is your other book.
That's called Down Under All Over. Yeah, I need to mention that one.
Yep.
And so and Sid is the one who helped me learn to publish books, to write books. He believed in me. So there's many, many wonderful things I can say about this man. And yet, as I healed, it became more and more evident that it was difficult for him to move out of the role of support, wonderful, loving, nurturing, and to start seeing me being out there speaking to groups or having opportunities to be more of a star. He found that difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only in years later that I can go back and see some of the childhood injuries that we both brought to that relationship. And I now know that I'm not cut out, and I even say it in the book, I felt like there was a wrongness about me because I couldn't seem to fit into the parameters, the definitions of what in those days we thought marriage was.
You make a mention that you were listening to Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and that John Gray says that men need intimacy and then they need to pull away. And you make you remark there that you say, I'm like a man, I need intimacy and then I need to pull away. So it must have been a really difficult struggle for you to try and fit that mold.
It was, and that's, again, it's years later that I can see that a thread, a pattern that goes throughout my life, throughout Journey to Wholeness, throughout that book, all of my books, is I have believed I'm to blame. If things are not working, then I'm not trying hard enough. I'm not doing the right thing. I should have said it differently. I should have gone and done something different. And so now I understand that that's been a real detriment for my health, for my peace of mind. It's something that, again, as a child, I just latched on to. My belief is that whatever's going on, if someone's unhappy, I'm not doing it right. It's about me being wrong. And so throughout that book, there's a lot of me trying to find ways in which I can do it right, not hurt Sid's feelings, and yet at the same time be truthful, and feeling like I'm tearing my hair out trying to walk this line of honoring that I really, really need some space, and then feeling like what's wrong with me because I need space. And I'll leap ahead to where I am today, where a brilliant kinesiologist told me about 6 months ago when he checked me out. He said, who you are, if you do not have independence and adventure, you get depressed. And I've come to recognize that just as some people have different nature, this is my nature, and I no longer blame myself or judge myself for it. It's the way it is. So as I look at contemplating a relationship today, I have no hesitation at all of going, it can work, because I will be right up front saying, we'll live separately. Or you'll live at that part of the property and I'll be over here. Or we might live together, but be people who have lots of ways in which we create space. Sid was retired. I was there. When we were traveling and having adventures, it worked pretty well. When we settled down and we got into normal life, oh, it's going bloody nuts.
Yeah. Because it's pretty clear that you have a very fiercely independent streak. You know, like it's a really admirable quality because you honor and recognize your need for time alone and personal fulfillment, and you actually really savor your own company. You know, and the opportunity to explore this personal growth. So
and I also now learn this many years later that not to be alone out of just because I want to leave the pressures of other people. Well, I do that too, but it recharges me. And again, not to make myself wrong for needing to move away from that. I'll just mention that again, I had attracted a man who's a Cancer, who loves to nurture
Cancers
and be
are very nurturing.
Let's be in this close relationship. And of course, I'm a triple Sagittarian who just wants to have as much space. Now I honor that. Now I don't think that he's wrong or I'm wrong, and that I'm wrong. We both have these unique qualities. Even now, I feel like even today, if we both healed some of the ways in which we held each other back from being truthful, we could probably be together now. And because I would be truthful with him rather than holding it in and going into resentment and self-judgment, who knows? We, might have a completely different experience.
So you believe that we can get around these issues and still have a good relationship?
Absolutely. I can see, because I've changed. Yeah. I'm watching myself behave really differently now than I did when I was going through that book with Lumber Growth than I did even a year ago, because I'm on the fast track of personal change.
Describe the Barbara of today. Are you in a relationship? What's going on for you?
No, I'm not. However, I have moved through a lot of the blockages to wanting to be in a relationship, and I'm actually going, yes, I believe now I can see in myself the willingness to be a truthful, fully flowering woman in a relationship, and that I've met enough men now who I see have the qualities to be able to meet me in the way that we would nurture and create together. So anyone who's interested, just letting you know, I really, really am excited about what the possibilities are as I've changed and as I've seen how men around me have become the kind of men that have the qualities that I really appreciate.